What if Michael Bay
They live inside us?
would
Nobody
die?
lives inside me.
I do.
Not anymore.
You're like a suit. It's like the ABCs of death.
Wow.
No.
You should watch that, Adam.
I've seen some of it.
You should watch both of them.
I can't get into it.
It's an anthology series.
Excuse me, Moon Knight Marvel is on the hunt for a Jewish Israeli Zac Efron type.
That's me.
Yeah, it's me too.
I feel like that's a very specific person.
Will?
That's kind of broad.
I think Will could actually
Could I?
pull
Do
that
I
off
look
right
Jewish
now.
Israeli? I think the beard.
Yeah. Well,
But Zac Efron, I don't have that kind of charisma.
I mean, which is Zac Efron?
Which Zac Efron? Old Zac Efron, not young and spunky.
Hey, we don't know.
I sure as hell don't fit that mold.
But what if Michael Bay
Crisis on
would die in an
Infinite
explosion?
What would Michael Bay? No, stop.
What if he would die in an explosion? Like, it would be perfect.
That would be is it irony? Is that what that is?
I don't know.
You
Let's start
trying to cue
the music.
Yeah. I was watching the whole, and I'm like, I think you should hit the music.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of In Our Honest Opinion. I am Will, and joining me as usual is...
I am William Marvin. And joining me as usual is...
Adam, and I was busy looking at Moon Knight sitting aside of me.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
You're the Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Am I the Moon Knight? So that would
I
make
think so.
me the Jewish Israeli Zac Efron?
Yes.
Is that... I can use that as the name of the title of the episode, can I?
I guess. I don't know.
I'm the Jewish Israeli Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Got it.
With Seth Rogen's voice.
That's all I had.
It's perfect.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It's going to be as good as the Green Hornet. All right.
Today we're going to talk
Continue.
about Nintendo ripping people off. We're going to talk about the glorifying a psycho. Some Far From Home news. Something about an underground Birds of Prey with the Candyman.
The Underground Railroad?
We'll find out. But before we jump onto the Infinite Earths...
Tune in next time.
Yeah.
Another
Marvin,
amazing episode of AdamAnalyzes.com.
It's on hiatus.
Is it? I thought it was going to run concurrent. I was like, I wonder if he's going to overwork himself that much.
Did you?
Or is he going to underpay himself?
Did you not notice that there wasn't an episode this week?
So I didn't catch that. I was excited for 31 Nights of Fright, which we'll talk about in just a second here.
Bum, bum, bum.
Marvin, what do you got to say to people?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Happy fall.
Hi.
And
Hi, Marvin.
speaking of Jewish, Israeli, Zac Efron types, we'd like you to go ahead and give us a 5-star rating and a written text review.
Yes, I would.
Because by doing that, you're going to not only help the children, you're also going to help all the other people by having them tell 2 friends. So they would make 2 friends, and they're going to have 2 more friends get told. So it's going to be a whole lot of friends giving each other digital hugs.
That's really friendly. I love digital hugs. Digital hugs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. It's a good time. Digital hugs are always a good time.
And we love digital hugs
Yes.
over at inouronestopinion.com, over at adamanalyzes.com, and everywhere.
You know what we also love?
Everything
Frights
that I love 31.
That's too many.
and nights.
What if we loved 31 Nights of Frights? Thank you. That was good. Thank you for setting that up. For those of you who don't know already, 31 Nights of Frights is out.
It dropped.
Year 2, the sequel.
Yeah.
If I could add a blood-curdling scream after the sequel. Do we have a blood-curdling scream in there at all?
I don't.
Oh.
Just like the generic. Ah!
Here you go.
Okay. All right.
Close enough.
You're
Hold on,
so
let's do it
scared.
again. I'm gonna give the title and then you do that. Ready? 31 Nights of Fright, Year 2, the sequel. It works. It works. See, it was worth it. You knew it was coming,
Yeah.
and still it was funny.
Or, I mean, I guess that could
I
have
guess,
worked.
yeah, that
that
coulda-
could have worked. Oh, well.
All right, whatever. The fart stays.
Yeah.
So by the time you listen to this, 3 episodes are out, right? This drops on the 3rd.
Yeah.
So, Adam, what was episode 1? Creep Show.
Creepshow is episode 1. Yes.
Woo! What's episode 2?
Episode 2 is Halloween Season of the Witch.
And what was episode 3?
Oh wait, excuse me.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
that's not right.
Halloween 3 Season of the
I
Witch.
thought episode 2 was my special
No.
request.
No, yours is number 3.
Oh,
I'm
okay. I
sorry.
got the 2 mixed up. My apologies.
And episode 3, which is today's episode, The Gate.
Hey!
Yep.
Oh wow. So I definitely listened to episode 1.
I am getting feedback.
Are you?
I'm not.
I'm getting hissing.
That's. I hear a faucet in the background.
Oh,
That's all I had.
Oh, that's not the boo I was
Yeah, that was
expecting. I was expecting.
Yeah. No different.
Yeah, that sucked.
Instead, it was boo.
Yeah.
You should have just gone with the fart.
Yeah, I know.
I'm scared. So 31 Nights of Fright. 31 Nights of Fright is out. You can
is
subscribe over at Ioho Sidetracked if you aren't already. And then those automatically also pop up over at adamanalyzes.com. So they can definitely listen there as well. You're halfway through, right? Like your batch for the month?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. All right.
So
This is going to be
I
fun.
mean, at the very least, I mean, I've got a list of everything. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. So,
it's fun.
yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's something I enjoy.
Was there right before, right? Knowing that the day before the 30th or whatever of September, right? It's not 31. Excited, nervous for the release. What was going through your mind?
I was very excited to release it because I'm actually very proud of these.
As you should be.
Last year was me just kind of finding it.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah, just kind of like finding the
pretty much.
groove,
Yeah.
I guess. And I think I actually got it down pat this year.
Yeah, I love the music. That was one of those things that the moment I started listening to the first episode and the music started playing, that doom, doom, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's
back.
This, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Because
put a
it's
smile on my
the
face.
sequel.
Yeah, exactly. Let her rip. No. Before we jump into our topics, we do have comments.
Horror. I just found this one on here. 31 Nights of Fright.
Comments.
Okay, going on.
But yeah, we have in the episode the one where Siri interrupts us.
Yeah. I like your play off of a Friends title.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was aiming
Yeah.
for. Thank you for recognizing that.
Yeah.
Mr. Garza, one of our fans here. What did I do?
Is your watch constantly on?
It is.
Yeah.
Did you, oh.
Speaking of the 1-2,
Did he do it?
that was going to be a surprise for the end of the
Ah,
episode.
gotcha.
But he caught on.
But I caught it because
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, oh, it's 1912.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, we'll touch on that in a little bit. Speaking of one of the 2 Kmarts still open, we still have one out here in SoCal. Oh, wait, it's scheduled for closing this month. And good for them. When's the last time you guys wanted to go to a Kmart?
Hey, man.
You're a rock star? Get
You
your game
can
on.
actually
Go
find,
play-
like, at one point, they had figures because no one wanted to go there.
Yeah.
So you can actually find stuff that...
Yeah, very, very
You
true.
know, I
Yeah.
set foot in Five Below for the first time
Yeah.
this week, and I found a case, a clear one, that
Uh-huh.
I use.
Bro, they
$5.
have the, like, screen protectors that have...
Privacy?
Yeah, privacy screen protectors.
$4.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, their electronic
That's good.
section is actually fairly
actually
robust.
not bad.
Which I was.
I used the
impressed with.
Apple Watch charger stand from there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed. I was. I got my my son's one of them a Jack Skellington hoodie, or a beanie. Sorry, and then
Yeah.
I got my other son a Pennywise one.
At one point, they had,
For
like,
$5?
Amiibo.
Yep.
They
That's
had
cool.
Nintendo Amiibo there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they actually had, like, Star Wars Black Series figures. Ones I actually couldn't find in the store.
Nice.
So I got to get Donnie Yen in an action figure form for $5.
Sweet. I did cut myself today.
That's what you get.
That's what I got.
That's right. You were saying about it before.
Yeah.
That they have some pretty good stuff sometimes.
Yeah, it's surprising.
I set foot in there. I was all like, okay.
Do
This
they
is organized. I'm not mad at it.
do they have movies?
Yes, I think so.
they? I
I
didn't
think
see
so.
that.
Some of them do, I think.
Okay.
They have posters too. Like some of them are current.
Huh.
My Bob Ross magnet on the fridge is from Five Below.
What is it?
Yeah. That's where she got the
And
pinwheels
that's
outside.
where the live studio audience got
Yeah.
the pinwheels outside. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Also from Mr. Garza, bacon is amazing. It goes very well with sweet. Well-known fact that salt and caramel complement each other nicely. That being said, best burger I ever had is a double burger with bacon, blue cheese, and medjool dates. Shields Date Garden.
Something tells me you're pronouncing that completely wrong.
Probably. Maybe it's Magi.
Gift and Magi?
Shields Date Garden in Coachella Valley makes them, and they are to die for. I assume you're saying this like a Valley girl.
Question for you, since he lives in SoCal.
Or a Visco girl.
Is In-N-Out Burger really worth it, or is it overrated?
I've gone there once.
But it's not for you. This is for Opus Garza. He lives out there.
Well,
So he
better
has
listen.
complete
I'd
access.
like to know what he says.
Yeah. The
What's your take?
Did you guys hear
Do you
the?
really want to know?
No, hold on.
Go ahead,
Did did you hear about In-N-Out Burger?
Here it comes.
Oh my God!
Here it
Yeah,
comes.
Where's the pun?
What? There's no pun.
Yeah.
But-
Then no,
Come
no,
on.
I didn't.
They're gonna start serving Impossible meat.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. That's not
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
But I wanted to try to get to
Yeah.
to Mr. Garza.
where's the fart noise?
I mean, we got,
That's a good one. I like
and then
that.
we got.
I like the first one more.
I was actually never to California. I was,
I'd like to change my answer. That's the one.
I'm assuming that's what happens when you go to In-N-Out Burger.
Possibly.
It's in and then it's out.
Yep.
It was all right, man. I like the convenience of how quick it is. It's quick, easy cheeseburger or whatever. It wasn't like it's not like I'm like, oh, I really got to go back.
There was that girl that brought one over. You remember that?
No.
She wound up returning to New York or whatever, and somebody found
Yeah,
one. and
found it
was
on
like,
the
it was, like,
ground.
perfect.
Yeah. It's
Really?
like, what is an In-N-Out Burger doing in New York?
Yeah, and it was
Someone dropped
and
it.
it was like perfect, and they posted about it. It was a big mystery, and the girl
That's
stepped up and said what it was
Wow.
because it was her.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
She dropped it.
And then he says, holy hell, did you just say Babylon 5 is the same thing as Battlestar Galactica? I did. That was purposeful. That was the idea behind that was the same thing that like people always say that Star Trek and Star Wars. What's the difference?
Well, they are.
That's what I was jabbing. But it said, Marvin, get 'em. On a serious note, I agree with you, Adam. Will, you really need to watch better shows. And then he said, I do love
right.
hearing the Spider-Man disagreements. Keep it up, Adam. Keep poking at that wound. Keep it fresh. Don't worry, Mr. Garza. We've got Spider-Man back on the topic list.
Back on top.
Yep. So let's
Homecoming 2.
I'm
go
pretty
ahead. Homecoming
sure.
far from home.
I'm pretty sure that Spider-Man's never on top.
He's always on top.
Oh, wow.
Always.
Well, he was when he was hanging
No.
upside down with what's her name? Mary Jane.
I was gonna say Tony Stark's on top there.
Oh.
Mm.
Not
No,
anymore.
he's not,
Now he's
'cause
6
he's
feet under.
Dead.
Yep. A moment of silence. Fart.
Oh, wrong one.
Oh, wow. You scared it out of me. Thank you. But let's go ahead and talk about that's one of the biggest things that's happened this week. Spider-Man's back in the MCU, right? Disney and Marvel have announced Disney is Marvel. Disney and Sony have
Sony,
announced that
Disney is Marvel. Marvel is Disney.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on?
Whoops. That
The snozzberries taste like snozzberries.
they've made an agreement. Spider-Man comes back for one more standalone film and one more appearance.
Deal me in.
Feige said he also happens to be the only hero with the superpower to cross cinematic universes. So as Sony continues to develop their own Spideyverse, you never know what surprises the future might hold.
And that's what's interesting.
I've been
That's-
waiting to talk about this.
All right. Yeah, I know. I made sure that held back.
That is the most
text.
interesting thing about this deal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So expand on that because the listeners, I think I know where you're headed with this. I think we're all in the same headspace, but please.
You don't know my headspace. You know nothing about me.
I know
Okay,
your
so
headspace.
for starters, Sony got exactly what they wanted.
Which is,
Spider-Man's appearing in Venom and such.
of course he is. He's going to end up being in
And-
that. And what's this? Morbius?
Sinister Sticks.
And
Morbius.
Spinster sticks? What the?
Finster Sticks.
Finster sticks.
Morbius.
Butthole sticks. Got it.
Yep.
Bond. Skyfall 2. They're going to
So-
have everything with, anything Sony.
So it's very interesting because I'm assuming Sony's going to be allowed to make probably vague references to things.
I think to the character. I'm not so sure the universe.
There's probably going to be little references, I would
He's like-
think.
You think?
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is this is how they're going to work their into the Spider-Verse type deal. He's going to get sucked through some sort of inner dimensional portal and
A hole
end
of
up
glory.
going to another universe, which is alternate Earth that he's used to.
Right.
Yeah.
It allows them to give an out, but I think it's interesting too that they're working with Feige again, and he seems incredibly optimistic with what he said.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Because
seems like
if he
thinks
wasn't-
it's-
He's a nerd,
He
man.
has to be.
Like,
yeah, but it seems like he's kind of interested by the idea of them doing this.
yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah,
it's,
because-
it's unprecedented. Even the initial deal was unprecedented. So
Oh my God,
don't move from there. That's the
He
eyes.
just
Keep
moved.
looking right at him. Yeah, there we go. That's what I need. Ready?
just get
Why isn't this focusing? There it is. Yes.
the face.
I made sure that I have the mic covering your mouth and
Yeah.
everything. Oh,
Yeah. So it's just the eyes.
yeah.
It's all about the eyes.
Yep. It's all about the eyes. Should I go ahead and do the elongated video so that way Adam looks all distorted again?
Yeah, because I looked like I gained a lot of weight. I looked kind of stumpy, and Marvin was stretched out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
I'm going normal, and then I'll point, and we'll go hyper zoom. Yeah,
Terrible.
yeah, you really do. All right. So anyway, so Feige, right? I mean, I think deep down inside, right, he's a nerd. It's at heart. This is a very one of a kind deal. We haven't seen anything like this before, so it's interesting. I think that they will be able to reference Spider-Man. I'm not so sure they're going to be able to reference the things that have happened in the MCU.
Yeah,
So
but
Thanos and all those things, and I think the idea is to phase him out, that way.
he's going to be phased out on Disney's side.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
that's what
he's going to be phased out there.
Yep.
But I mean, I think that they're probably going to. I mean, sure, they're going to go and say, "Hey, you can do this, you can't do that."
Mm-hmm.
But I really think that they're probably going to be able to make some sort of reference to it in the first, Spider-Man outside of the MCU.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be allowed to probably do a little bit with that.
So the fourth Spider-Man film, right? That's what you're saying? Because
Yeah.
the next one's still MCU continuity.
Venom 2, 3,
Yeah, that's correct.
whatever that's going to be.
Okay.
I think they're probably going to be allowed to reference something,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just going to veer out on its own. And then if they get together and make sweet love again,
Down the road?
You had me at sweet
then,
love.
Then you have it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's.
I think that's a possibility where they're like, well, let's go ahead and make a movie or two by ourselves. And when they see, they're like, oh, we're not making as much money as we could have been. Then they'll go, hey, you guys want him to appear one more time in your universe?
This actually
Please?
has more goodwill, I think,
Yeah.
than the other. Oh well, we're splitting up. We're taking him, and you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did what we could. and
Yeah.
They didn't want it.
Yeah. And what now? They're getting 25%? As opposed to just 5%
Yes.
of new money?
Yeah.
Yep.
But so here's one thing that we didn't touch on before, right? But when the initial Fallout happened, I thought, okay, it's
Fallout 3 confirmed.
it's fair, right? For them to do the 50-50 split.
Yeah.
But I didn't know at the time that Disney had all merchandising
Oh,
rights.
yeah.
right.
All
of
that's not true. So I was all like, oh, well then never mind. No, because they probably make a ton of money off of merchandise.
Yep.
So it's all like, no, I could see then why Sony would have said nah, man, we don't want to split the the
Yeah,
film
but-
with you. We'll hold on to it on this
But
end.
Yeah.
it's funny with the 25% profit. The
The
25%
new-
because
yep.
they're sharing 25% of the production costs now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
still, from what I understand, merchandising stays in Disney's court.
It
Yep.
does. So.
Yeah. Oh, Disney, you won yet again.
Yup.
Yeah, but I still,
Sony will benefit a little bit more this time around.
Yeah, and I still think
For sure.
I still think that Sony got exactly what they wanted.
No.
Some way to inch their way into a more successful franchise.
No.
Well, that and I mean it's a win for everybody that's invested in this too.
Yeah, no, you're
know,
right.
so
I mean, I'm
it's-
excited. Marvin, I know
Oh,
you
I'm
were
stoked.
like in this limbo. I saw an article the other day that like said that now that they're going to do a supposedly since they're trying to fast track a Supergirl movie, that Superman might make an appearance and it might be Henry Cavill. And I'm like, no, you're not going to play these Spider-Man games with my heart.
No.
Yeah, in my head, Cavill's out, so you're
Yeah.
not doing that to me.
Until he has his own movie. He's
Yeah.
out.
Remind me about that later.
He's making that Netflix money now.
when we talk about something, because that would still be DCEU at that
It
point.
would be.
So
Yeah, true. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. So other than that, I mean, again, I'm looking forward to it.
I kind of want to stem off of that since you have a little segue.
Yeah, go right
We're
ahead.
going improv in this
Do it.
B.
Bump.
I almost slipped. But so you got to see Brandon Ruth reprise Superman. How do you feel about that?
Say that again.
Brandon Ruth, whatever his name is.
So yeah, so that is the one
Brandon
here,
R.
right? Brandon Routh as Superman for the Crisis
Oh, you already
on,
have it on here. My
on
bad.
Infinite Earths. Yes, sir.
My apologies.
No, you're good, man. It's a perfect segue. Into our next topic, right? I am, and I've been holding off.
yeah, which
Let's start off with
which I was gonna say, I was disappointed that you didn't comment the other night. when I was,
because I've been waiting for this.
He's
I've
been
waiting
waiting.
for this, right?
Yeah.
So, in the Crisis on Infinite Earths, right, for the CW, right, is who has all this crap. They're bringing back Brandon Routh as Superman. They're bringing back Tom Welling as Superman. They're
And
bringing
Lana Lane from
from
no, I'm sorry, Lois Lane.
Lois Lane from Tom
Smallville.
Welling, Smallville. Yep. They've got the new guy.
They're not bringing back Chloe.
No, she's out there forcing people to sleep with her.
Yeah,
I would have done it for free.
I know. Me too.
The
paid
what's
her.
this new guy? The guy who plays Superman now for CW
Henry Cavill.
Supergirl. No,
Oh, a
Yeah,
name I
yeah.
did not care for because
Fred
he
Smith.
Fred Savage,
Fred Savage.
yeah,
plays
definitely
it.
not him either. I don't.
Ed Sheeran.
I don't remember his damn name, but him, that guy. They're all coming back for it. I like the idea of what they're
Yeah.
doing here. I like the fact that Routh is playing Superman, the Kingdom Come version of
The
him or
older
whatever.
version.
Yep. Which I find very interesting. I'm a little bothered by the costume.
I think like I showed you the picture of what that Superman's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
I just-
The Alex Ross drawing or
Yeah,
whatever, which
dude.
that's just one of those that if you ever do a Google search for Superman or whatever, like
It's one of the first ones.
it's
That comes
one of
up.
the ones, one of the top picks. Like
Okay.
it comes
The
up.
hair, something about the hair looks weird.
That's exactly what's bothering me.
Yeah.
Okay,
His
but-
hair looks like it's fake and it's too puffy on it. It needs
Yeah.
to be slicked back, like
Yeah.
the Alex Ross painting.
Okay, but that's the logo from the Nicolas Cage Superman Returns or whatever.
Is that from the
what-
Nicolas Cage? Are you sure about that?
what
I
was
thought that was the
called?
Kingdom Come
That
logo.
was the Kingdom Come logo.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, Nicolas Cage was wearing like a suit with that S or whatever on it.
Really?
Well, that's like in the comics. At one point, he had the black S with that. So
Oh, I'm trying
sure.
to pull it up right now just so we can get a good look at it.
That was like one of them.
No. Oh, well. Oh, here it is. I think it's similar to it. It's a little more rocker.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I see what
wait,
you mean.
let me see it. Let me see the picture of that.
Here.
I have a picture of Nicolas Cage.
This
in
is a
his.
little clearer, but
Speaking of, I really got to watch that movie one of these days.
But I'm seeing a lot of pictures of him with the yellow and the red.
yeah. There's that too. Like where I saw those,
Yeah.
but it's that other one that he actually did the test screening in or whatever the heck.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
see?
looks terrible.
Yeah, look at that.
That looks so bad.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, Superman looks like Tiny Tim.
I'm gonna share
He
this in our
does.
Discord.
he looks like Tiny.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
It's funny. It's funny you're doing that because occasionally I'll do that in the car when I'm driving.
Yeah.
And Nicole wonders what's wrong with me.
She didn't know Tiny Tim.
Yeah, she's not a fan. I don't think.
I don't blame her.
Sadly, that song is tied to Insidious.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, the Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tied to Insidious because it's playing in the first Insidious movie.
Whatchamacallit. But that's kind of where I stand on it. I'm a little the look didn't excite me as much as I would have liked it to. But either way, I'm this is one of the few things on the CW that I'm actually looking forward to watching. I want to see how they throw it all together.
It's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be for sure.
It's gonna be a mess, specifically with them trying to juggle all these Supermen and like
for sure.
Yeah,
What's her name back as Lois? I'm okay with that.
Terry Hatcher's back.
I would have
only.
taken that. Yeah, exactly.
They should have got Dean Cain.
down.
Yeah,
We needed Dean Cain back.
Yeah.
Yep.
But make him play that one like murderer from that Lifetime original movie.
Oh, he played what the Peterson guy. What was his?
I don't remember.
And he killed his wife or
Yeah,
whatever.
make him play that version of Superman.
No.
Just use his X-ray vision.
Yes, he just melts everyone's brain.
Yeah, and Brightburn.
Brightburn. Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Thanks.
You need
That's what
to-
happened.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Jeez, guys.
Whoops.
Now you gotta put explicit tag on this
What?
Why?
because I said so.
I was like, wait, what did I miss?
I'm wielding so much power now.
I'm the power. So
So we can just start dropping profanity
no.
Definitely not.
because I just
Jump
said
at it.
shit. So you got to
But
bleep
that's it.
two now.
You
You
were
gotta
allowed
bleep
to.
two.
What two?
He just said two of them.
What the heck, man?
Yeah, that's
What are you
it.
doing?
We've
Shit,
hit our
man,
cap.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
We're gonna stop recording.
We're
done.
If this episode gets pulled, I'll strangle you.
I'm not gonna edit it.
What?
Nope. That's on you now. I'm seriously not gonna edit this.
Why?
It's on you.
This is what happens when you're the Jewish
Live with
Israeli
that.
Zac Efron.
Exactly.
Still my
Bleep
favorite
it, man.
title.
There's
Anyway.
3 of them in
Nope.
there.
We're gonna lose our podcast. Congratulations.
We're gonna lose it.
Yeah. We're gonna lose the
How in the world are
podcast.
you gonna lose it?
Tom Welling? No.
Tom Welling is
No.
gonna come personally.
Who the hell is this guy for Apple?
Tim Cook.
Yes, thank you, Tom Cook. Sweet Jesus. Tim
Hey,
Cook.
Tim
Cook's
Cook-
going to give us a personal call. And
Tim
he's going to be
Cook-
like, guys, really?
You're
3
done.
S words in one episode? In one
Dude,
episode. I'm going to
you're
be like,
done.
I thought we were allowed 2 each, which is what we actually did in our very first episode.
First,
By the way, we did.
Yeah.
We had 6 in that first episode.
What?
first
6 curse words.
So
We allowed we allotted
But we
each other
didn't-
2 each.
But we didn't get the explicit tag.
No.
I'm just gonna let this fly. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not. You're burning through them. But
Yeah.
let's
Let's
leave
see what
them.
happens.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's 3 more to go, right?
Yeah, no, you're tapped out. You don't
Anyway.
get any more.
So if we wound up getting a call from Tim Cook, I would be like, oh my god, it's Tim Cook.
Yeah.
Like you called us.
Yeah,
Like
I'd
what
be
the
that-
fudge?
Yeah.
That's all it took.
Like no, like I would
It's
be
like calling him out of through the mirror, like Candyman or something like that, just because we said it 3 times. Or
I mean,
Beetlejuice.
it would be amazing.
It would be. I wouldn't be mad at it.
I would be shocked.
You actually like the Kingdom Come look though for Brandon Routh, didn't you?
I do.
Yeah. What is it that speaks to you? Is it the hair? It's the hair.
His hair
No,
bothers
it's-
me
Um,
so bad.
yeah, he looks better in the one other photo, not that one.
The one where he's with Supergirl or whatever. I think
the
there was
one where he's like all brooding and stuff.
Did I miss that? This is the only one I've seen. I know that there's I read a headline where he's on set with Supergirl or whatever, but yeah, this is the only one I saw.
No, there's the other one. I sent them to the
Oh.
thread,
Did you find it?
and it really bothers me that we're not going to get any more Superman films with him
I concur.
Yeah.
because he was good. He
reminded me
was-
of Christopher Reeve.
Oh, yeah,
a
for sure.
lot,
A lot.
Yeah, he was not the problem.
No, he
mean-
wasn't. That was the script.
Yeah,
Thanks, Jared. The trash script that screwed that movie over.
Yeah.
Am I posting in there? I am. Whoops.
You're posting in
no,
general.
and I'm posting in
of
ours. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're good.
Yeah.
My bad. Is this the? Oh, there's a recording channel. Sweet.
Yeah, I just made it.
Yeah, good man, good man, good man.
We
darn
we text a lot because I was trying to just scroll through to find the
Images.
well, yeah, I know.
Come on,
but,
man.
But
learn
I
how
was
to
scrolling
navigate.
through because I figured that I could find it. But no,
Nope.
we texted a lot.
The only other thing that bothers me about Brandon Ruth's like Superman as opposed to
Baby
Alex
Ruth,
Ross,
okay? Uh-huh.
See, I
he-
mean,
he just-
it doesn't look as bad.
he still
It's
looks
his hair
like
there.
he's too young.
But that's better, like physical.
He still looks too young, and it's like we try to age him up a little bit by giving him gray on the side, but
Gray,
he
yeah.
still looks too young.
Yeah. That image is definitely better. As far as like his physique, he doesn't look as, I don't know, soft as the other one, but his hair still, it's his hair that still bugs me. It's too
Yeah.
big on the sides.
Yeah. And his
Yeah.
chin, like he doesn't have as wide of a face as like that chiseled jaw as Alex Ross like portrays it.
Yeah. Again, I'm still going to try and watch all 4 of those stinking episodes because
it's
it's
4
spread
of them?
across. Yeah.
So it's
Because
like,
it starts in the Monday showing of whatever the heck comes on Mondays, and then Tuesday continues, Wednesday,
Whatever
and
happened to
Thursday
Monday?
closes out.
It's a decent movie.
couldn't they just make it easy for everybody and just have this instead of spreading it
You don't know
across?
comics at all.
Well, I do, but I don't want to have to watch 4 shows in order to get the
Across
entire
4
story.
different nights. I'm just going to wait to watch it on the CW app on Friday.
I'm just not gonna watch it.
What? Come on, man.
Really?
I will
Come on,
YouTube
man.
Brandon Ruth's part, Ralph,
It's Ralph.
Brandon Reith's parts, and then
Brandon Reeve.
and then I will just make up the rest of the story in my head.
Well, I mean, it's probably going to be better written if I'm being
Are they gonna have
honest.
any Green Lanterns in this?
Of course not. They haven't mentioned anything.
Then I don't care.
All of them.
Then I don't.
All of
Idris
the
Elba's going to
lanterns.
make an appearance. He's
Dude, that
gonna
would be awesome.
He's going to be.
He
what's
would
his
make an
name?
awesome Jon Stewart.
Thank you, Jon Stewart.
Idris Elba. He's black.
Well, I know.
I like how that's what you went to instead of like he's an actor.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mario Kart for iOS coming out, huh?
Yeah.
Came out.
Want to hear my rating?
Do it. Oh, I was hoping the fart, that last, the third fart, that wet one.
The wet ones,
so-
like the little cleaning stuff.
Yep, that one.
I don't like that one as much. I still think that one right there, that squeaker.
So I have not played this.
I did not. I downloaded it and quickly deleted it when what was it? When you realized that
There's no multiplayer.
no multiplayer. I was like, oh, well, then there's no point.
And you
got
got
to
to pay $4.99 a month to get access to 200cc and other tracks.
Bro.
That costs more than Nintendo Switch Online.
It does. That's crazy.
Is Mario
Like-
Kart on the Super Nintendo Classic or
It-
the online Switch?
Yeah.
I know it's on the Classic, but
Is- Yeah, I didn't get to. I haven't checked. I don't know. That's a good question. Pretty soon here, I think I'm going to have quite a few games to play on my Switch, which I'm excited for. Because now that we're in October,
oh yeah, you're waiting for The Witcher 3 and Overwatch.
and Overwatch. But anyways, I thought this was such a huge ripoff. What the hell's Nintendo doing? Is this usually what they do?
So how much does it cost?
$4.99 a month, so you can unlock.
So it's a subscription.
yes, sir. Does it hurt your feelings yet?
That's dumb.
That is
That's
dumb. And then the fact that there's no multiplayer, like what?
which doesn't bother me because I never really played multiplayer.
Yeah, but you know how awesome it would have been to just quickly just grab your phone, jump into a quick match,
Yeah,
shoot a few turtle
And the
shells, and
thing
then call
is,
it a day.
it makes you think that you're playing with other people.
How?
It has it names like the bots and stuff
Really?
after I think other characters, other people who were like registered
to the game.
Because a friend of mine thought he was actually playing with other people. He's
That's
like,
funny.
yeah, they're Japanese characters for some of the people's names and everything.
Yeah, that's
Multiplayer is coming to it,
messed
but
up.
it's still
Oh, okay. Eventually,
So it's just like a ghost mode in a way.
it's just like playing single player on Mario Kart back in the day against the computer, the AI.
yeah. The only thing it's
Not
doing
against
is
actual
ripping.
ghosts,
There's
it just
another
has their
game
names.
recently that did that where it grabbed your friends' names or whatever and gave them to the NPCs just so
Yeah.
that way it would feel more personal. But it was all
Oh.
like they're still NPCs.
Yeah, it was
Prince of Persia.
yeah, it was it was,
Was it? What the hell? I like you were just trying to beat him to saying something. That's
to
the
saying
only reason.
something,
Yeah. Prince of
but
Persia
I mean
also.
seriously, it was Fortnite. So
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was Fortnite.
He's just saying Fortnite because no one plays Fortnite.
You guys are bastards.
It was Minecraft.
Oh my god.
It was flossing dance.
Floats and dance. Let's talk about Candyman. The Candyman can.
Because he mixes it with love, it makes the world taste good.
With bees.
Candyman, because he's made of. He was once born a bee.
He was born a bee, yeah.
Like Aquila and the Bee?
He's a
No.
born again bee.
He's a born again?
Yeah,
Like
born
a
again.
backyardigan.
Yeah, his name is Born Again Bee.
Born again bee?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He decided he wanted to be a human.
So, let's. Wow. Guys, calm down. Thank you. Adam, explain to people what Candyman is for those who don't know already.
God,
On the
he's-
spot.
I know.
He is
You
a
can't do it.
urban legend, and you can hear more about him
'cause he's
on
black.
last year's 31 Nights of Frights.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That was
He's
nice.
black
I like
like
the way you
Idris
plugged that.
I mean,
All right.
it's kind of like a retelling of like the Bloody Mary urban legend. Say the name 3 times in the mirror, and
I thought it was 5 times for him.
Was it 5 times more?
I want to say it was 5 times.
I think it is 5 times.
Yep.
I can't.
Yep. And you say you know Candyman. I know more about this bee man than you do.
Children. All right, so that's what
mean-
Candyman is. Jordan Peele is producing, right? Not directing. No, he is directing. it.
No.
thought he was
Nia Acosta.
Nia Long?
Or Nia Acosta.
Nia
I think
Long,
is,
please
is
calm
the,
down.
is the name of the director.
Okay,
Jordan Peele is writing and producing those.
gotcha.
So
All right.
it has it could be something special or it could be a disaster. I mean, I'm hyped because I heard Tony Todd, the original Candyman, is back as the Candyman,
And that is definitely
which
what
is
we're talking
which
about
is
here.
great news. I'll
I'm
tell
glad
you
those
what.
bees got another
But
job.
I thought it is by Nia DaCosta.
Nia
But I thought
DaCosta.
that what's his name, Yahya Abdul Mateen of the Traveling Pants.
He
I thought
is, which he looks the part. I mean,
Maybe
with
he's
the-
going to be a regeneration of Candyman. He's like Highlander
Well,
or
there's
Doctor Who.
There's a theory, and basically, the character of Helen in the original, she is one of them.
She's a Candyman.
Yeah.
So-
at the end,
she works at the Dulceria.
So there's a possibility that Mr. of the Traveling Pants would wind up being one of the Candyman legends. Like he has more or less the ability to create a monster.
Gotcha.
To create more
gotcha,
Candyman.
gotcha.
So he can
Yeah.
summon more bees.
Yeah, I mean I highly doubt bees. They're probably going to have their own special superpowers, like the original Candyman.
Oh, sweet, they're like the X-Men.
Or they're like the Six Underground, which is our
Candyman.
next topic. But we'll get there.
But I mean, it was established that I mean,
my throat.
basically he was having sex with a white girl back in like slave times.
I know nothing
and-
about that.
And
What is
I was
that
about
like?
to say,
I mean,
having sex
so-
with a white girl during slave times, like, yeah, no,
As
I
a
would.
bee?
You're like
No.
11, of course you don't.
So
but
a
then I just
bee-
realized what you meant.
but
A bee was sleeping with a
But
white girl during
basically
slave
they-
times.
yeah,
he wound
stinger.
up he wound up
Birds and the bees.
impregnating her, and they cut off his hand,
bee movie.
and they covered him in honey and had the bees like basically sting him to death.
Ooh.
So that's why the bees come into play.
Gotcha. Well, I thought Traveling Pants was going to be the new Candyman, but I'm glad you clarified on that. I think it's awesome, right? Tony Todd's back. That should
Tell you what, I'm gonna see him at the what is that?
Tony
thing?
Toddcon.
Oh,
No,
HorrorCon
Spooks-
or something like that. Spooks.
Spooky Empire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see him there.
You're gonna ask him.
At a
You're gonna press him
spelling
for that.
bee.
I mean, it depends how much all their signatures and stuff
It's like,
are. But
listen here, B. I'm gonna tell everyone your secret.
I'm be like,
unless you give me the answers I want.
Did you sleep with that white girl? Did you sleep with that white girl?
and,
Why'd you say that name?
and are you a bee?
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's what B movie with Jerry Seinfeld was really a
Yeah,
sequel.
that's exactly
It's a
what it is.
retelling of
To
Candyman.
Candyman.
I'll
Yeah.
be
Of
It's
course.
like, how would Ryan Johnson in the future write Candyman?
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Throw it right over his shoulder, and he'd be a bee that falls in love with a white girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
What are you doing?
I am really
That's my Jerry
excited for
Seinfeld.
him to come back. So
What am I gonna do with all these white girls?
Yeah, exactly.
Because Tony Todd is awesome and deserves better.
I like the nod. Let's switch here. Because I did actually not at it right. Michael Bay's got a new film coming to Netflix called
Bad Boys 3.
Six Underground. Man, I wish, man. Man, why you got to get me in a foul mood, man?
Did we even talk about that before Bad Boys 3? I don't
Bad
remember
Boys
if we did.
3, I don't know.
I don't think we did. You know what? We'll Six Underground after that. Let's talk about Bad Boys 3. Bad Boys 3. Bad Boys.
Man,
Bad
that
Boys.
trailer.
What you gonna do?
It's got Martin Lawrence in it.
It does.
It's got
William
Will
the
Smith.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
Yo, I still like Will Smith. It's crazy. It's his acting that's starting to bug me a little bit more.
Because he
often
does the
now.
same thing?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Because it is like I have much respect for the dude, and I mean, if I met him, it'd be awesome. Like a highlight of my life, sure. After the kids and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
It's the same thing. He's a cool dude. Don't get me wrong.
he
He's
is,
a good guy.
right? Like
cool
when
dude.
I watch him in interviews and everything like that, positive energy.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I like this guy. And
But
some of
a
the
lot
stuff
of the things that
says,
he does, he's the same
it's the
character.
same
Now, Martin Lawrence.
boy, Martin Lawrence got fat.
Bro.
he did.
Like, okay, did you guys notice that every time he's delivering lines, he sounds out of breath?
I was about to say that he looks out of breath. You're
He's just
absolutely
like-
right. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna retire. Is that a crawler?
Explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not age very well.
No, he didn't. This movie looks like it was filmed by someone who wanted to be Michael Bay. Like the angles, but there's just too many cuts.
Michael Bay.
Yeah. By the Jewish Israeli Zac Efron version of Michael Bay. That's what it is.
It's like Michael John White's Crooked Man.
Yeah, yeah, that.
Yeah.
It was, but that's what bothered me about it, man. I'm still gonna go watch this. I wanted to kind of finally close out that saga for me.
It's too late for me, man. I'm still gonna watch it, but I feel that movie is gonna just fall hard.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be anywhere as good. The second one was amazing. I don't care what
The second one was good.
I enjoyed.
I still
Bad Boys
enjoy the
1.
first one more.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. I love the second one more, and it's those chases, man.
But the first
Boy,
one is a
them
much
chases.
better movie.
Oh, it's a much better movie. The second one is just like an action set piece, like Matrix 2.
That's what it is. Yeah. No, you're right.
It's like, how can we just go over the top? We're gonna take a H2 Hummer
Yeah.
and drive it down
And
the side of this hill.
That is where they shouldn't have gone that far. Like that's where that movie just you thought it was done, and they were like, "Yo,
it was like
it got
Hobbs
real."
and Shaw for its time.
Hey, did
Oh,
you
man.
actually hear the news?
What's that?
Michael Bay died in a
Oh my
explosion.
God, he squeezed it in. We didn't have that in the intro, did we? There he is. Bye,
No.
Mike.
No, that was actually like real audio
Of the gotcha,
of the
Yeah.
It'd be
Michael
really
Bay
bleak
explosion.
of us to do that.
Yeah. Adam was on scene talking about Tony Todd being a B-man.
And then
Yeah,
Yeah.
goodbye,
It's
Michael.
like, hi, I'm
It's
Michael
true.
Bay, and explosion.
But yeah,
That was like Area 51.
I'll end up watching this. The trailer doesn't give me high hopes. Sorry. Since we're talking about trailers, before we go back to Six Underground,
Sneaker Pimps.
Birds of Prey trailer dropped.
Yeah.
Harley
Birds of
Quinn.
Prey and the Emancipation of the One Harley Quinn. If I
Yeah.
remember correctly. Thoughts? Feelings?
It looks like a Lisa Frank drawing brought to life,
It does.
complete with a hyena with
They
a
completed
with a little
hyenas.
handkerchief thing.
Yeah.
They did get the hyena in this,
Yeah.
which I thought was
She usually has
interesting.
two, I want to say. But
Yeah,
I
has
thought
at
she
least
does.
one.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if the hyena was like wearing a hat and like heart sunglasses and stuff?
Like an Israeli Jewish hyena.
Zac Efron.
Zac
yeah.
Efron.
Yeah, that. Like the cheetah girl of all Zac Efrons.
Which we're going to see on DSP. Cheetah Girls 1, 2, and 3, I think.
Nice.
Speaking of DSP, I'm excited for something on it.
What's
I know.
that?
Return to Oz,
Oh.
because I've
Oh, that's
never
on
seen
there?
it.
I've never
it's-
seen it either.
It's dark.
That's what
Just
I've
turn
heard.
up
but I
the
don't think
contrast and the brightness.
Actually, funny. Funny to see what you did there.
Yeah.
Story wise,
That was good.
Starring Idris Elba.
But anyways, the one thing that bugged me about the trailer is that what is it? they shot this, and it was totally very similar to all of the trailers for Joker.
Yeah,
which,
Hawking.
which I think comes out this week, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it does.
Yeah,
Friday.
Yep. So
October
or
4th.
technically today. when this
However,
episode-
Yeah.
However, cut the
October
same
3rd.
way
Third,
is
yeah.
it doesn't look the same visually.
no, it doesn't.
but
it-
it's cut the same way.
It doesn't. But the music
I
and
get
stuff that they're using for it is definitely what's going on there. And so you're right. We are just gonna end up giving him the shirt, huh?
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Anyways, so yeah, that's the one thing that catches me there. You could tell that what they're trying to do is build a hype, for them to end up getting in. So, or to get on for people that kind of go racing to watch this too. I feel like my next statement is going to make it seem like I care about this movie, but
Because
I
you
don't.
do.
It's let
I
it be
care
its
about
own
Margot
thing.
Robbie and
Like
her
let it be
career.
its own thing. Joker's trailers are very different from all the other DC film
Yeah.
things that they've done. Okay, cool. Or DCEU films. And so at this point, it's all like, let the Harley Quinn movie be the Harley Quinn movie. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to try and be something else.
But I really want it to tie into the DCEU because I don't want that to die.
So I think the Harley Quinn movie will.
I
I don't.
want
It
Joker
will,
won't.
and that's
Let it die.
Joker
Let it
won't.
die.
Let it die and let Tom Holland be every one of their characters. I want to do that just to see Adam's face.
I'm about to cuss again.
Well, I'm not going to edit any of it.
Oh my gosh!
But I'm not going to be the guy to drag down the ship.
You will.
Um,
You will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if someone jumps into a voice channel, by the way, will we hear it in here right away? No, right?
We should. Yeah. It'll start talking and then you'll hear it through your headphones.
All right.
But no, I really don't want it to die. I'm kind of bothered that Warner Brothers decided they want to kill it off.
Because they weren't getting the results they wanted that quickly.
Right.
Yeah,
but
that's exactly
they were too reactionary on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it reminds me of when there's a good TV show on
Home Improvement.
on a network. I'm saying like on a network. Say there's a good show, it doesn't do well its first season.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. We got to pull it. But it got good reviews. People seem to like it, but they were just too reactionary right away.
Yeah.
That's why the Supergirl went from was it on Fox,
CBS.
CBS, and then it moved over to CW. Someone else got it.
But I mean, it wasn't a great show though.
I'm not saying.
I'm just saying, look wise, it didn't look good.
No, they all look the same to me now.
You all look the same to me.
We all look like Idris Elba.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah. Except for you, because you're Korean, Jamaican, Zac Efron.
I like that one more. The Korean Jamaican Zac Efron. That's who I am. No. I think I'm just gonna put that under my tags now for everything. Instead of like the company you work for, it's like no Korean Jamaican Zac Efron. That's who I am.
It's perfect. That's how you live.
That's actually why I said about earlier that I kind of like the fact that if they do a Supergirl movie, no, I don't want to see it. But if they get Cavill
But if it saves Cavill, yeah,
as Superman,
yeah, then I'm all for it.
Right.
Fast track that movie. Get it done now. Now, let's watch it. Let's just go because
have Zod come back in. and
Cavill,
talk about how he will find
Cavill
him.
needs to come back as Superman. I need one more, at least
Brandon Routh has to come back.
one more. Yeah, I'm good.
Christopher Reeves. R.I.P.
R.I.P. That was Birds of Prey. You guys go out there. Let us know what you thought of the trailer because amazing.
I think it's funny. It has like Birds of Prey, but it's just a Harley Quinn movie.
It is
Well, I mean,
They should just call it the Harley Quinn movie.
she was heavily featured
in this trailer.
in this.
She
So.
was.
I'm sure she will be. Just like in Suicide Squad, she was like practically.
Let's talk about the Joker.
I still enjoyed Suicide Squad.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let's talk about the Joker a little bit.
Nope.
The Joker is getting a lot of backlash, right? which I thought was crazy. The film, right, Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, coming out today and tomorrow for those of you listening, because the internet is getting mad that this film is sort of glorifying the portrayal of a psychopath or whatever, that they're like, people want, you to sympathize for him or whatever.
That's what they did with Harley Quinn in comics.
Yeah, and that's what they're like. That's what they feel like is the whole vibe here, I guess, for this movie. I don't agree with that, but I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you guys feel like they're trying to make this sympathetic?
Yes.
Or just an entertaining film?
I think they're trying to make it sympathetic.
Really?
Yeah.
Towards people with like mental issues
Well,
or whatever?
they're trying to get you on the Joker side, so not necessarily toward people with mental illness, but they're trying to make Joker look like a tragic figure, and they're trying to, in turn, it looks like they're sympathetic towards psychopaths.
But I think that's the intention of the story. Go ahead.
I'm going to say I disagree with that because when I saw the review from IGN, they stated they said it pretty well. They said they're not asking you to sympathize or say, "Oh, well, it's okay."
Yeah.
But simply understand would basically be the idea behind the movie.
Yeah.
Would be
to understand what that character is going through.
To understand what he's going through and why he did what he did.
Yeah.
But it never once expects you to be sympathetic.
Yeah,
towards,
I think that's okay.
But
and I think that's the point of a film in general, right? Is that you're supposed to understand the motivations of a character, like, so that way it makes sense, in the end.
But there's been other movies about psychopaths and stuff. It's
just, like the one with Zac Efron on Netflix where he plays the Jewish Israeli murderer. What was it?
The one with
Swag.
the
Swag?
Yeah.
You're talking about the one with
Ted Bundy?
James Hetfield, the singer for Metallica.
No.
He's sick right now.
He is in it.
Yeah, in it. He's what?
He's sick right now.
Is he?
He had to cancel their tour.
Oh, damn.
No, he's back in rehab.
Oh, is that what it was?
Oh,
well,
that's why he's
being
sick. He's sick. Yeah, exactly. That's not like
he's sick of being drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's sick of being lonely every night with his drinks.
Wow.
No, but I don't know. I think the worst thing about this movie is that the FBI is saying about, you need to be vigilant or whatever.
Vigilant?
You did say Villagin, didn't you?
Villagin.
Yeah.
Villagin.
Are you a set of pancakes?
Whatever.
And some eggs?
It's
can
late.
Be. It happens.
I don't say words right sometimes. Anyway, they're saying like you need to be aware of your surroundings and stuff. I think they're making it worse than what it needs to be.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
If anything, if somebody goes and does something stupid like shooting up a movie theater, like that idiot that did that in 2012
for Batman or for The Dark Knight,
it's going to be because of them.
I thought that was
doing
2008
this.
when that happened.
Is that what it was?
When Dark Knight came out.
I don't know. It's supposed to be 2012, wasn't it?
The Dark.
Is it Dark Knight Rises?
It was for Dark Knight Rises.
For Dark Knight.
Dark Knight was 2008.
I could have sworn that happened with Dark Knight.
It was for Rises.
Shooting. 2012. During a midnight screening of Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Yep, 2012.
Sorry, I don't remember my mass shooting trivia. There's so many of them. I can't keep up.
I only know
sad, but actually true.
Because I remember when it happened. But,
yeah. Good call though.
No, it's one of those things. I'm like, if anything happens, it's going to be because of them doing this, saying like, oh well, the FBI and the police are warning about it. It's a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you have the family of the victims. Yes, and we're sorry that happened. I mean, we feel bad about it.
And I think that was the motivation behind it on even for the Dark Knight shooting, right? Where they were like, they tried to blame it on the fact that it was the character or whatever, but it's like the movie's not even out. So how can you go ahead and blame the whatever this is when it's not this specifically, right? They're
Correct.
they're looking for anything to attach it to, and it's unfair.
I remember I was at a job and we're supposed to have it was like Spirit Week, and they canceled Superhero Day because of that shooting, saying that's a bad look. Really?
Yeah.
The worst part about it is that the kid wasn't even dressed as the Joker.
No, he wasn't. He just
No.
had colorful hair.
Yeah.
It just happened to be during
So-
a Batman movie.
Yeah. So they went and they said, "Oh, he's
Well,
trying
this
to
is
be
it.
the Joker."
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Joker wasn't even in that Batman.
No, he wasn't actually.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. So people, calm down.
yeah,
Seriously.
relax. The last major topic we have here before we go ahead and do something fun is this was breaking news the other day. This is one of your guys' favorite franchises, and it's getting yet another film developed. Let's talk a little Star Wars, huh, guys?
Do we have to?
Yeah, we do. So another Star Wars film is being made, and this one is being super produced by Kevin Feige, our Marvel madman.
Can't wait for him to destroy Star Wars.
So really, you think so?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna do worse than Ryan Johnson?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll go and he'll creatively make a movie that if he makes further films,
Huh?
they'll just feel like every other film.
They'll all be interconnected.
Yeah.
You think that's what he's gonna do?
I'm gonna laugh so hard if this doesn't happen and he ends up loving it and pulling Adam back into the series.
Yeah.
What if this guy really does give you the twist that like you because you're so you enjoyed the prequel trilogy, right? For the most part.
Yeah, I did.
You enjoyed the original trilogy. New one, not so much, right?
Nope.
Force Awakens, too reminiscent of. Did you say A New Hope? Is that what you were?
Yeah, and it's kind of boring too. Like I don't think it's that good of a movie.
Crazy talk.
Yeah.
Last Jedi, they completely ran the opposite direction there.
It's a movie that could have been maybe about an hour to an hour and a half, but instead it was stretched out to 2.5 hours.
That movie was that entire movie was exactly what the destroyer was or whatever it was chasing the ship, where like the end credits was just out of reach, and I'm like, oh my god, it's still going.
So we're treated to a prank call wasn't that at the beginning?
Yes.
The prank call or
Poe
whatever.
Dameron, screwing up the
Yeah.
attack, and then
Yeah.
what's her name getting killed, or her sister getting killed, or whatever that chick was, right?
Beatrix Kiddo.
Is that real?
No, that's from Kill Bill.
Oh, okay. I was like, I mean, it sounds like it could have.
It does, doesn't it?
That was the name of the bride, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Way to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very well done. So I don't know, man. I mean, again, I think he's a competent producer. So getting funding, getting talent put together, I think he's going to be able to do.
Sure.
Whether or not the movie's going to be interesting, I mean, that's going to fall on the writers. Right? That's
Can't
gonna
wait
fall on
till
who's
it
directing
ties to Captain Marvel and the Guardians.
What if he who was Edgar Wright was supposed to do Ant-Man? What if he
Yeah.
brings Edgar Wright in to direct the Star Wars film for him? He's
He
all like,
wouldn't
I know
Oh, it's still gonna be terrible.
he's all like, I know we had like conflicting views here, but I'm trying to do something
hey,
radical.
So,
Let's do this.
So we essentially changed any creativity that you had and more or less fired you, but you said you
Yeah.
walked away. Come back to our Star Wars film.
Yeah, why not?
It's never going to happen. So,
You don't think so?
I mean, I'm optimistic that it'll be good. I'll see it
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah, we will end up seeing it. That's me. Marvin, you on board for fight? Because I mean, you at least you do enjoy the MCU films, even though you
Yeah.
don't buy the steel books.
Yeah, that's true.
Bum, bum, bum.
I clearly, actually, I don't support him enough because I
Yeah.
don't buy any of their movies.
You don't. I at least own
You
like
buy
6
the
of them.
tickets.
I buy the tickets. Yeah.
I mean, I would say the tickets support them more than what home video sales do.
I don't.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't know, because home video is
A lot of movies have gotten sequels because of home video.
yeah,
sales.
because that's where they
Sometimes. Not
skyrocket.
not always. No.
You sure about that?
I mean, if that's the case, Power Rangers would have got a legit sequel.
No, they
Sorry.
were.
That changed
That
hands.
was toys that they
toys
were,
kept them going.
Yeah, they kept them alive. They were
Yeah.
like, holy crap, people are scooping these things up left
Yeah.
and right.
There's money we had here.
Yeah, Yeah, crazy.
There's gold in them Power Rangers.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Gold Ranger.
Goldar. Oh,
Yeah.
Gold Ranger more.
Krispy Kreme. But
There was Krispy Kreme everywhere.
I'm just not really. I'm so burnt out on Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm burnt out.
DSP's just over a month away,
It is.
and The Mandalorian's on there.
Yeah,
it is.
and
I'll check it out.
You
Yeah.
take a peek.
But like a lot of the other stuff,
Yeah.
the last two movies just kind of. Well, not. I'm sorry. The last movie
The Last
I
Jedi.
enjoyed.
Just call it by what it is.
Yeah.
The Last
Jedi.
Jedi.
Last two movies. You said it right
Actually,
the first
yeah.
time.
Last two movies.
Last
Solo
Jedi and Solo. Exactly.
and Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But,
So you're
but,
not wrong.
Booyakasha.
but you haven't even seen Solo.
I saw enough. I
You
saw
haven't
enough
seen it?
trailers.
You wouldn't be able to see it if you watched
Hey
it.
man,
It
you
was
can
too
say the
dark.
same
Yeah,
thing about like
it's
all
too
these
dark.
other Marvel
Yeah,
movies
it's too
that you
dark.
haven't seen, so I
See-
can too.
True. True.
It's God that movie had the worst lighting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Solo. It was horrible.
And it was
Yeah.
terribly cut. There
Yeah.
was that exchange between them,
They were
especially.
okay, Will, they were stitching together a film.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like physical
No,
stitching
they
going on.
dropped
for
all
that.
the film. They're like, oh
Yeah.
no,
Oh, that works. Play it.
I mean, we know they were Justice Leaguing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happened there. Poor film. Poor film. I don't know, man. Maybe Feige can pull something off. Like I said, I'm more interested in who's going to bring down the road for writing and directing this thing. I don't really know which route they're going to decide to go there. Oops. Other than that, I mean, DSP is my big thing, coming
Yeah.
up next month. So we'll see if that gets me back into a happy Star Wars mode.
I can still watch the original trilogy, but then anything else.
Is no bueno.
Let's
can't-
just think about it too.
And then the last Star Wars film does come out in November, right?
yeah,
Was it November or was it Christmas time?
it's
it?
it's
Oh,
Christmas.
It's Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks terrible. I mean, it really doesn't look good.
I disagree.
Okay.
It's not enough for me to really go on. So
Oh,
I mean, it just doesn't look good.
Six
to me.
Underground trailer.
did we did talk about
We
that,
we
huh?
didn't get to but
Oh,
hold on.
yeah.
Let's do so with Magic. We're like we watched the Six Underground trailer, and we've actually got Mr. Zigzag on the line, right?
Yes, we do. Hello.
Hello.
Here we go.
There we
I was
go.
about to say, it's just like the radio. Hey, it's nice talking to you.
Hey, how's it going?
Man, yeah, it's good to talk to you guys too, especially after day one of 31 Nights of Fright or 31 Nights of Horror. Can't
Good
Your
good
actual
plug.
title is-
The first time around,
Yeah.
31 Nights of Frights is
Yeah,
definitely
man.
it. Yes, sir. So we watched the Six Underground trailer, which is a Michael Bay directed film that's going to be coming out in December on Netflix.
Yeah.
Um,
It reminds me it wants to be The Losers.
yeah, but
not
nowhere
good.
near as charismatic.
Yeah.
Because I actually enjoy The Losers.
I did too.
I don't even know what that is. What
You
is
need
that?
to. It's actually
Yeah.
it's fairly entertaining film. But
It has
it looks
Captain America in it. It also has
Idris Elba.
Negan
And
and
Negan.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've never seen The Losers?
He hasn't seen Losers.
No,
Oh my!
never seen it.
Yeah. Your whole idol status is just dropping now.
Is
Yes.
It goes up and down. There was another movie. I think it was Adam that in one of your pods that you mentioned that he hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Uh,
Passion
So
of the
it's
Christ.
a very it goes up and down. It's like that linear curve situation. There's a dot here. There's a dot way up.
It looks like a calculus problem.
Yeah.
Wow. That's messed up.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Zigzag, it looks like you're the only one in on our voice line. We went over your comments earlier in the episode. I'm going to let you know right now. Battlestar Galactica is the same
Bears
as the Twilight Zone.
Oh my God.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. So I'm sticking to my guns
That
there.
was Galactica. That was such a huge influence on me as not so much the remake. I couldn't get into a sci-fi based TV show on something that was, such an iconic storyline growing up. But it's also something that when I tried to redo it, it was like, we should have left that one alone.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're not talking about Battlestar 1984 because that was just hot garbage.
When was the original?
It was
70s?
late 70s, early 80s.
Okay.
And then 1984 is when they got to Earth or something. It was terrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I actually, all jokes aside, like that's one of those that just like what's this show that you like so much, Adam?
Twilight Zone.
No, not Twilight Zone. That I still haven't watched. Twin Peaks.
Yes, Twin Peaks.
Just like Twin Peaks, right? It's one of those shows that I have respect for, even though I haven't actually watched it. Battlestar Galactica like actually does interest me. I just trying to squeeze it in to watch it. I just feel like I don't have the time for that.
You should check that out after you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, that's where they'll come out. And Doctor Who's another one where like I tried to get into at one point. I watched a few with Eccleston.
Oh, that's where you went wrong.
I watched a few of those episodes, and if I'm being honest, I mean I don't mind Eccleston. I think he's a good actor.
But he wasn't nearly as good as the other doctors.
Yeah, but at some point I was just like, maybe
didn't
later
like
on when
doing
I've
it.
got the mental. Yeah, I know that
Yeah.
I've read all of that horror. But it's just one day I'll have to go and I'll have to watch it. I know that the one that was sci-fi produced, right?
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica got like awesome reviews. That's at what's this old Spanish dude?
Edward James Olmos.
Edward James Olmos. That's
Yeah.
his name. Yeah. Where I mean, supposedly it was good.
Yeah.
It was a good show. So,
Yeah,
I know of Cylons.
It's a show that looked good. I just haven't seen it. So.
Yeah.
So, have you? Let me ask you this, Mr. Zigzag. Have you listened to the first episode of 31 Nights of Fright?
Yes, I have. It's the first thing I listened to this morning.
And because of that, we're just going to go ahead and give you the I love
Digital Hugs?
We love Digital Hugs at Idaho Podcast T-shirt. So I'll end up reaching out to you through email because we've exchanged through there, so that way I can have that shipped out to you. We definitely do appreciate the fact that you listen as often as you do and that you interact all the time. It's definitely a good time there.
I agree. It's pretty awesome.
Adam's been actually working pretty hard on 31 Nights of Fright. You binged all of year one, didn't you?
Most of them. You had a bunch of them that were combined, so I tried to do as much as I could. And that is something I caught on to late. It was just like when I found out about the Outcrowd, I had to jump back and try and catch up.
And the Outcrowd.
It was the same with you. I found out about you and tried to jump back and catch up. And, seemingly started commenting on how I thought it was funny. Adam wanted to commentate on his own show, not even knowing, oh, shit.
Yeah.
There's actually an analyze that I totally missed out on. I have to binge this now.
It's like you came from the future and you saw all this stuff.
I think earlier this year we jumped back and listened to some of the season 1 of In Our Honest Opinion, and just hearing the audio quality and kind of hearing the beginnings of some of our sticks was entertaining, because it was like, oh, that turned into something.
Yeah,
later
that became
on.
a bit.
Yeah,
a recurring bit.
Which
like
I
Adam and
thoroughly
his
enjoyed.
steelbooks.
Yeah.
Well, it's just one of those things. I mean, we've gotten infinitely better at what we do.
I agree with that.
You're darn right.
So I've enjoyed it a lot more.
You guys have definitely gotten better. I mean, especially with the last 3, where one of you is obviously grabbing hold of a microphone on purpose to make noise.
Which one of them?
I
think I've been
probably
guilty.
Will.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I do. These guys will catch me off guard, and I'll literally slap the mic down. Like that's it. Like, you've taken.
Oh no, you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell, and it's hilarious to hear on the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a sound effect, which we've got plenty of in this episode. So. But we'll definitely get you that shirt. Adam's actually got a couple things in store for 31 Nights of Fright this year as well. I think there's
one contest. I'll have around episode 10.
Yeah, and then we're actually going to piggyback off of that, and we're going to be doing a 31 Nights of Fright Year 2 T-shirt that we're going to give away over on Ioho
Right on.
off of that. So that's going to be good.
Which is going to lead into next month's 30 days of thanks.
No, what was it? We ran last year. We did the Thanksgiving Thanks for Listening series, where I think every week we had a guest. We had a guest on. Yeah, so we might do that again for fun.
30 days of thanks.
It's like today, I'm gonna thank my mailman for getting my mail to me on time. And on with the episode.
I'd be mad as hell by day 4.
Hello.
So my episode would be like, I'm going to give thanks to Panera for their chicken soup.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
God, that'd be terrible.
I'm gonna give thanks to the guy who cut me off in traffic and making me late.
To give thanks to Popeye's Chicken for not coming to their chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And then nothing but plugs for everything else.
That'd be a terrible episode. Krispy Kreme, remember? Krispy Kreme. And Bright House, right? Isn't that another one? Spectrum.
It won't make you angry. Yeah, like Spectrum.
Stupid Spectrum.
And DSP.
And the DSP, yeah. Spectrum was a running gag for season 1,
It
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a running gag. I still hate them, if anybody's wondering.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes another sponsorship. Thanks.
Hey, Mr. Zigzag, let me ask you this. Are you an Android or iOS user?
I'm an Android.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let me because we're this is just kind of random here. Thoughts on smartwatches? Do you have one or are you against them, and why?
I don't have one. My only contention against the smartwatch is I see all of my nieces and nephews around, and they just tend to use it as kind of a stick of, hey, check out what I have that you don't. They don't use it for what it's supposed to be used for. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a show off. They use it in class. They're using it to, communicate with their friends. And then when they're over at my place and we're babysitting or watching over them, they're just constantly on it to the point where I'm like, give it to me and go outside right now.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm not mad. I've got 4 kids of my own, and they do see that dad has like all the like gadgets and stuff like that, but I don't they don't have all that stuff. I don't think that kids need it. They do a lot of reading, they do a lot of playing with actual physical toys, and occasionally yes, we do go outside. We have a park downtown that they love to go to. So yeah, I mean, I'm not against that. And in the end, I mean, you can always beat them.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Good old bag of oranges won't leave bruises.
No, I'm falling for that. Like I've said, and like Mike taught me, you hear that kid crying? That's the sound of learning.
Yeah.
That's education.
That's a lesson that they just learned.
Exactly. Yeah. That's funny. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they'll learn next
Ask
time.
Bing
The only
Crosby.
reason I really don't have one of those iWatch phones is I'm a big beaner, man. My fingers are too fat.
I like that. And for those who don't know what he's talking about, he means he's a Mexican.
Yeah. He Mexican.
Yeah. And you
I'm
Mexican can get a watch. I think we cut you off in the middle of your rant there, but you're saying you've got fat fingers?
I'm definitely a Mexican with that watch.
Gotcha. And so I was using that to kind of segue here. The guys noticed it earlier on me, but I caved. I got the Apple Watch Series 5, and this is the first year that in a long time I've actually skipped out on the Nike edition.
Yeah.
I just got a standard.
Why?
Yep. I didn't use any of the Nike features, and I know that you're getting them at the same price or whatever, but I think the Nike watch
extra
comes out.
stuff that it does. That's why I can't see not getting it.
But it takes 2 extra commands, and again, I'm a proponent for it. I'm not saying that go one way or the other, or no, that's a lie. I'm telling you, get the Nike one. It just at this point, I didn't see a reason for me. I haven't actually utilized any of the features over the last 3 Nike watches that I've had. So I just said, you know what? I'm just going to go with the
All I'm hearing
one.
is that you're not dedicated to quality.
Yeah.
That's all I'm hearing. Yeah.
It's made by the same people.
You're just not dedicated to getting the best that you can get.
So,
Which
Are
is
you
why
guys pretty adamant about getting each new version on?
Nope.
phones and
So
watches?
No, actually,
what?
I think so he's asking if we're adamant about getting the new models as they come out.
No.
Marvin is not pressed, right? I think Adam, to a certain extent, on the phone.
On the phone, but
And I think across the board, I enjoy the newer products. I do. So I think it just gets progressively worse. That's what it is. Marvin's like, I can wait a little bit. Adam's like, yeah, I mean, now's a good time. And then me, I'm like, I pre-ordered.
Yeah.
man, I'm still on my Apple Watch Series 2 as of right now.
Yeah. So to put that in perspective, that's 3 years old at this point, right?
Yeah.
Marvin, you're on the Series 3.
I'm on a Series 3, and I'm using the iPhone X.
Yeah, the iPhone 10. That's what he's using, the iPhone 10.
Right on.
Yeah, and Adam and I are on brand new 11 Pros, Pro Max phones for this year. So
Yeah, and I'll be on the Nike watch,
And you'll be on the Nike watch at the end of the month.
in a couple days.
in a couple days. I thought it came
Oh.
at the end of the month.
On the 4th.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Right around the corner.
Yep.
Yay. So yeah. I mean, I enjoy the newer devices and the cameras especially. That's kind of where I always get pulled in. I use cameras a lot on the kids. I use the camera a lot at work. So that's where I get
When he
hooked.
sends particular pics to people.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And now with the all new ultra zoom camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play the angles. What's way bigger?
He sends those pictures to
The
Jared.
ultra scrunch camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, hey, Jared, balls. There you
Yeah. Just count all the pores.
go.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that a gray hair? we know what Jared likes.
Does this look infected to you? Yeah.
No bueno. But yeah, those are all the topics I had. I think here. Let me double check. Let's make sure no breaking news.
I had something.
What did you have?
Oh, yeah. I was going to make mention of what do you think of DSP putting so much money into their Marvel shows?
Oh,
Like, the budget.
150 million.
Hey,
Yeah.
we actually didn't talk about how they're killing off the Marvel TV.
Oh, they were already killing that off.
Yeah, I
a
know,
long time ago.
but it's solidified.
But like, yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is it. They're like, we're done. Mr. Zigzag, do you watch any of the Agents of Shield? I think that's the only thing left at this point, right?
Yeah.
On ABC.
The only thing I watched was Daredevil, simply because of the style and the storyline was so intriguing. I fell off it when they pulled it into the Defenders, just because I thought it was a little too cheesy for my taste. They had just way too much going on, and at that point, I was just it starts to oversaturate the market with it.
Yeah.
I'm one that just I need a couple superhero movies, and then I'm good, or a good solid season. I didn't like the Frank Castle. I thought he worked great as a character in the second or third season. I think it was the second season.
Second season, yeah.
Yeah, and then just be done with it. He didn't need 2 seasons on top of that. But that's just my personal preference. It's oversaturating the superhero market. I got plenty of things to watch. I don't need everything to be a superhero movie.
That's true.
And every villain, every superhero that they can get their hands on.
That's where Adam's at.
I finished Jessica Jones season 3, and that was hot garbage.
Was it?
That
It
was
was the
so
best season.
trashy.
Dude,
I watched one episode of that, and it was like, okay, put this on a dislike, and don't suggest that ever again.
I didn't mind first season because I thought David Tennant, he did a good job as a villain.
He did.
This season, oh my god, it was so bad. Yeah.
yeah, Jessica Jones.
But that's the thing too. A good villain can
good.
drive that.
Yeah.
The Jigsaw in the Punisher, I was such a horrible, like, he was still a pretty boy with a couple of skin scratch. I was like, no, he's supposed to be like legitimately defaced now. He should look horrific. It shouldn't look like he cut himself shaving.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
I think that's what most of that stuff is the bad.
Yep.
There he is. Oh no.
Of course.
Yeah.
The gray hair ballsack man himself. Jared.
Oh God, I think that's my cue to leave.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It actually is, because I'm actually on my way to another meeting that I'm actually 5 minutes late walking.
Oh,
Ooh, understandable.
Oh,
well, thanks for
I'll catch you guys later.
yep. Thanks for jumping in, man.
Yes,
We'll
thank you.
definitely
Yeah, man,
end up.
thanks.
I'll end up reaching out, so we'll get that T-shirt out to you.
Yeah, he's making, in our honest opinion, great again.
Yeah. Iowaga is Iohoaga is what we need to put on a hat.
Yeah, it sounds like Pokemon.
Yeah. Mr. Jared, there.
What up, buddy?
Are you at
How's it
Chick-fil-A
going?
right now?
Am I what?
At Chick-fil-A right now?
No, but I do have a Chick-fil-A sandwich in my hand.
Excellent.
of course.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Was that Zach? Did he just leave?
Yes.
Yeah, he was late to a meeting, but we had him for like, what, a good 10, 15 minutes?
It was a good,
Yeah.
good little bit, yeah.
What a dick.
Of course.
He's like, Jared's here. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I hopped in and I intentionally didn't say anything, and I just wanted to wait for someone to notice.
Oh, I heard it immediately.
Yeah, it chimed.
Yeah.
And then that's why I showed Adam, and as soon as Adam saw what it was, he's like, oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. His twin.
Yep.
I love you too, buddy. I love you too.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Are you guys recording right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just finishing up our episode.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
We're at the end of it all, yeah.
We're actually at the 3-hour mark right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
No. We were talking 31 Nights of Fright, and then we ended up making our way over to
Downtown, walking fast, faces past, and we're homebound.
the DSP, Disney Plus, dropping 150 mil per season for their Marvel shows.
Yeah. That's like the movie money budgets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
big money.
That
Yeah.
is big money. Did you watch any of the Netflix shows or the Shield on ABC?
No, I'm not into comic book style TV shows,
Just movies.
so I didn't check any of that out.
Gotcha. And I listened to you guys. I know you guys all watched. What was it? What the hell's the name of this show? My favorite show of all time. What the heck's the name of my favorite show of all time?
Friends?
No. Game of Thrones. You guys all watch Game of Thrones, right? Is that the kind of the style show that you watch, or what is it? What's your go-to?
Sons
I
of
guess.
Anarchy?
Ugh.
For me, not Sons of Anarchy. I was more of a Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hell on Wheels kind of guy.
Okay.
Hell on Wheels.
That was the one that was on AMC in like the
Yeah.
turn of the century.
Yep, with the railroad coming through and
Nope.
blah,
They
blah,
had
blah.
Miles O'Brien from Star Trek Next Generation.
They were building the railroads,
Yep.
so it brought you right back to your childhood, huh?
No.
Hey, was that Disney money? Was that for movies or TV shows?
TV.
So for their TV shows, so the show WandaVision and
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yep. They're
Loki.
I think those are only, is it 8 to 10 episodes?
8 to 10 episodes
Yeah.
is what they're shooting for.
And so they're dropping about over 100 mil per season. So I think they said that yeah, exactly. That
Yeah,
they're,
but how much of that is going to the actors? I mean, they've got to be paying them quite a bit to be
I'm sure they're
doing
getting some
a
good
TV
money.
show.
maybe like a mil
No,
or
more,
two.
definitely more than that.
Let's just say what on Netflix, each of their series had like what a $3 million budget.
Well, no, I mean it's damn.
Yeah.
I mean 150 mil, right, for 8 hours, right? Let's round up. Let's say the 10 hours, right?
Yeah.
Of like footage. I mean, that's still a lot of money. And if they're filming these things quite quickly, like these things can actually look great. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like revert to The Mandalorian. Looked amazing, right? When we saw that trailer,
Yes.
Yeah.
like
Yes.
that looks like movie quality, and it's just like
it does. Yes,
that's what you guys are going to throw at these Marvel shows. Okay, I guess I'm going to end up taking a look.
Yeah. I've been excited for The Mandalorian for quite a while.
Yeah,
really.
that's
Yeah,
your.
well, I'm a Pedro Pascal fan.
Okay.
So
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
anything he's in to me is gold. They're not all good, but I really like him anyway.
Wasn't he in? Oh my God,
He was in Kingsman too.
Yeah, I was gonna
He,
say
he was
he was good.
He was in
that.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's
He's the
face
one-
crusher.
yeah.
Uh-huh. And then he
Of the
was on-
Sand.
yeah, exactly.
Oberyn.
Oberyn, that's his name.
Oberyn Martell.
And there was something else that he did, didn't he? That we enjoyed. Was he on the Leftovers? No.
No.
He was in Triple Frontier recently with Ben Affleck and I can't remember the other two guys' name. Garrett Hedlund.
Oh, that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
I did see that.
That was the movie you told me not to watch.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
You-
movie is
you told
terrible.
Marvin not to watch
Did you
it.
watch that, Jared?
I did. It was okay. You know, it wasn't great, but
Yeah, no,
I
that movie
enjoyed
was really bad to me. But go, you were saying sorry.
I enjoyed it just enough because Pedro Pascal was in there.
Gotcha. Yeah, I enjoyed the idea of the film. I didn't think it was a bad film. I don't even think that they did a bad job casting. Garrett Hedlund is actually one of those actors that like I enjoy him as an actor. And so I think he was part of the reason why I wanted to watch this movie. And so when I saw it, it was just all like, never mind. This is terrible.
Yeah. What's the fourth guy's name? I can't remember.
Ben Affleck?
No. There's Ben Affleck, Garrett Hedlund, Pedro Pascal, and that fourth guy.
Charlie Hunnam,
Oh, yeah.
Oscar Isaac
No,
was
no,
also
no.
in
Okay.
it.
Oscar Isaac. That's what I was going. I forgot about Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah,
Whoops.
yeah.
So did the rest of the world.
And Adria Arjona, everyone forgot about.
Oh,
I don't even know. Like
That's the only woman.
I can't even place that name.
Yeah.
Was there a woman in that movie? I really wasn't paying attention, I guess.
Yeah.
Where we at on time here?
Hour 25.
An hour to. Oh, we hit a long one.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, Jared. Let's close this out just so that way we can let the listeners go, and then we can bug each other a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening. Remember, a special shout out to our guests, Darth Zigzag. Thanks for jumping in. Jared from the Outcrowd podcast. Always a pleasure as well. Remember,
Idris
guys.
Elba, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Isn't Jared the Israeli, Korean, Jamaican Idris Elba of acting?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. We're going to give you a lot of crap about your baby face in a second here. But Ioho 31 Nights of Frights is currently going on, guys. Head over to AdamAnalyzes.com.
You both said Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon Analyzes.
It's dude, it's on there too.
Is it?
Yeah, sure.
Head over or subscribe to Ioho Sidetracked or head over to inouronestopinion.com for all those links as well.
Yeah.
I'm Will. You can find me over on Twitter at KryptonsWill.
You can find me at The Artful Gent on Twitter.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Adam_analyze.
AdamAnalyze.com.
So other than that, thanks for listening. Bye.
See ya.
See you later.
NKB.